Good afternoon. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. Breckenridge Grand Vacations might scrap its plans for a timeshare project at the base of the gondola and instead move it up the hill to Peak 8. Town Manager Rick Holman.
We're in the very early stages of having that conversation with the developer, and we suspect that we will be talking about that publicly for the next several council meetings.
If that project moves uphill, BGV would be building on the Breck Resort admin site at the base of the Bunny Hill. Summit County Rescue Group is getting its own Breck bourbon and RMU ski gear.
RMU said, hey, we want to create a 50th anniversary commemorative ski and backpack for you guys.
That was Anna DeBattiste with the Rescue Group.
Not only are they selling it to the general public and giving us the profits, but they also gave us input on the design and let us field test it. And so many of our members will be buying this ski and will be using it in the field for our operations.
It's all part of a big birthday celebration. RMU and Breck Distillery are helping the Rescue Group celebrate 50 years and 5,000 missions. The RMU gear is available online right now for pre-order. The bourbon is coming later this summer. The newly formed town of Keystone is busy writing up the town charter, also known as town laws, for taxes, elections, town council, and development. Today at 6 o'clock, the Keystone Charter Commission wants your comments on the town charter. That meeting is at the Keystone Center starting 6 o'clock. This week on the State of Summit, the tree that closed the Blue River is still there 3 days later.
You want to talk about an active God that nobody has control over. It's called a strainer across the river.
That was Summit County Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons.
We've been working every day with different partners, both our federal and state partners, as well as some private rafting companies to try to problem solve this tree. And so far, nobody is able to move it.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife was in town today brainstorming new ways to unclog the river as the water keeps rising.
You know, in past years, we've done some things that are a little more dangerous that, obviously we're not willing to do at this water level, where we've had people out there with chainsaws and, ropes around their waist. But none of those are practical or applicable with this particular log.
This tree is not causing concern for flooding yet, but it is not the only new strainer. There are 3 more downstream.
Because even if it got knocked loose, it would get tangled up on the other 3, and we don't know what that's going to look like. So until you hear from me, it remains closed.
That continued closure runs from Dillon Dam to Columbine Landing. 3 boats were caught Monday morning when that strainer first appeared. No one was injured. Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. Local fire danger remains low today in Summit with no fire restrictions. In sports, the Rockies dropped another game today, 5-3 to the Reds, extending their loss streak to 8 games. And in local sports, mountain bikers are lining up the start line right now for Race 3 of the Summit Mountain Challenge Town Series. They're leaving out of the Tiger Dredge Lot off Tiger Road. Watch for mountain bikers all afternoon and into the evening in the Golden Horseshoe area. That includes the Colorado Trail, Hippo Trail, Red Trail, and Blair Witch. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.